All right, let's get a check of your first alert forecast now with meteorologist Tony Chivaroli. And you know what, Intisar, we might need that sunscreen, the kids at least.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot yet again today, Tony, and this pattern's not going anywhere anytime soon.
No, it is not, guys, and it's just going to be continuing to hover over the state. You know, we've seen it this week. We've got people prepared for it. Keep preparing for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, still summer.
It is. Not done just yet, everyone. Of course, yeah, you know, we've been talking about all the back-to-school stuff. It's right around the corner, but let's see what's going to happen as, of course, we heat up again because we see the sunshine this morning. Everything is what we're going to see, of course, rising on up and up as the temperatures rise on up and up. And here we go, starting out downtown Columbia. Looking lovely. I'm hoping, again, you could get outside just for a little brief moment this morning, see some of that sunrise color. We've got all these mid-70s between Columbia, Lexington, Batesburg, Leesville, Saluda, Newberry, both there around 73. Camden at 72 with Lugoff. We've got a nice pocket of mid-70s between Orangeburg going over towards Sumter. Manning right now, low 70s with St. Matthews as well. You could go over towards north, other portions of Orangeburg County, slightly cooler, but everyone going to be seeing this. Tidbits here going into more of these numbers just above 95 at the high temps today. Okay, and then that heat index getting close to 105. Should be just shy of that mark today, but everything's going to be hot again as we get towards this final week of July. Now, as we get to storm chances, those will start to churn up a little bit more as we get into the weekend. Still spotty, though. Note, only going 20 to 30% during this stretch. Not going to be anything too widespread. There's not a big cold front coming through. No big area low pressure. So it's not going to be widespread rain. Just going to be some spots here and there as we still remain toasty. Going into your Thursday, very toasty, though, because we don't have too much in the way of clouds or rain showers, for that matter, to cool us off. Very low chance of rain today, between 10%, a little bit lower than that, even some single-digit chances in some spots. Tough to get. It's just going to be a lot of high pressure still hanging around the state, moving on eventually as we get into this week later. So a little bit more some moisture that will try to filter its way on the up and up happens into your Friday. Saturday, too. Let's see how it pans out. So here we go into this afternoon. Obviously, it's going to be much in the way of calm for most of the day. You know, there could be a couple communities that can get a stray storm or two, but that will be it for this afternoon. It is going to be mitigated in that sense. Going into tomorrow morning, a few clouds mixed in, still seeing more in the way of some moisture trying to push it from the south. Now, Futurecast, I think it's going a little bit bullish here into this afternoon, but as, of course, we see it, we do have that potential for a sea breeze to bring a little bit more moisture up into the Midlands, as we, of course, will continue later into the afternoon, can try to see that break up a little bit. So we'll try to gauge a little bit more in the way of some models as they begin to change with projections for tomorrow, but still as of right now going 20 to 25% with that rain chance, as of course we've seen some differing senses of what projections are going to be. And then into Saturday, a little bit more in the way of the same. You know, things, of course, a little bit more likely for our far southern viewing area, but further up into the Midlands, spotty. You know, not too much organization to the shower and storm chances, but I do want to remind you they will be there. And that's why we're luckily not seeing a heat index jumping over 110. We have some cooling mechanisms, the rain, the clouds, boom, coming at us as we go through the next few days. But today, it's all about that hazy sun for the most part. Yeah, it is going to be a good one for some outdoor fun as long as you're keeping yourself safe and cool as you need to going into this one. You know, got to make sure you're not succumbing to anything close to heat exhaustion or anything beyond. Keeping yourselves hydrated, the electrolytes good. Going overnight, we've got the mid-70s. And as we go into that first alert 10-day forecast here, oh yes, plenty of that heat hanging tough despite some of those clouds and showers trying to mix in towards the upcoming weekend because that humidity really is going to be on the uptick. So as we go towards next week, we could see that try to break up a little bit. Some low 90s trying to fight back.